All right. Hello again. Time to take a look at some problem questions from number 51 to 60. There's four of them that come up. These first two are actually pretty simple, easy to explain, so it shouldn't take too long. Number 52, we've got a company making money. The first year they make $8 million profit. The second year, actually the first 3 years, the first 3 years they make $8 million profit. So there's year one, year two, year three. The next 2 years they make $9 million. Okay, so this is over a 5-year span. Basically what this is asking is, what are they making on average each year? So I just need to add these up and divide by the total. So we're going to take 8 and 8 and 8 and 9 and 9 and divide that by 5. So when you add those up, divide by 5, you get an answer of 8.4. So 8.4 in this particular case, 8.4 million would be the average each year. The next question you requested I look at was number 56. This question actually, upon first glance, looks extremely complicated, but after you see how to do it, I bet you'll be quite surprised. So what this is telling us is it's telling us that a plus b is equal to 6. Often in math, we lose sight of the fact that a and b being equal to 6 means they're replaceable. So anywhere you have a plus b, you can replace it with 6 because the value of a plus b is 6, or 6 is the same as a plus b. So really, this is a substitution problem. So anywhere we have a plus b in this problem, we are going to replace it with 6. So we're going to plug in 6 there, and 6 there, and 6 there. When doing so, we would have 2 times 6 plus 6 divided by 6 plus 6 squared minus 2. This is 12 plus 1 plus 36 minus 2. And when you take 12 plus 1 plus 36 minus 2, you end up with 47. K is the correct answer. So just a substitution problem. Remember that if you have an equal signs mean they're the same, and if they're the same, they are replaceable. So we simply took a plus b and replaced it with 6. The third out of 4 questions I want to take a look at is number 59. This simply deals with the idea that in a triangle, we have 180 degrees for interior angles. So if I take angle 1 and 2 and 3 and add them up, we know that for a triangle, we have to equal 180 degrees. So basically, in this particular set of questions, we need to find what that third side would be over here for all of these. So for the first one, you have 20 and 40, which adds up to 60. So to find the third side, you would take 180. You would subtract 60 that we already have, and you would get 120. Next one, we have 30 and 60 is 90. We subtract that from a total of 180, and we end up with 90. Here we have 140. We subtract that from 180. We end up with 40. Here we have 165. We subtract that from 180, and we end up with 15. And in this case, we have 110. We subtract that from 180. We end up with 70. The question is simply asking which of these has a third angle equal to one of the two other angles. And the only answer here is this one, because our third angle, 40, is equal to one of the other ones, 40 right there. So the answer is H. All right, the last question I want to take a look at is number 60. This talks about a triangle with a perimeter of 66 inches. So I'm just going to draw a picture, not necessarily to scale, but I know that the perimeter of this triangle is equal to 66 inches. It tells us that one side is 16 inches long, so I'm going to go ahead and make this side down here 16 inches. Again, not knowing that it's the longest or shortest, but I just know that that is 16 inches. It says the length of the other two sides, which would be this side here and this side here, have a ratio of 2 to 3. We don't know what they are. We could call this one X. We could call this one Y, but I would rather call this one X as well to keep the variable the same. And the key here is that we have to make them have a ratio of 2 to 3. So for example, if this is 2X, that would be 3X. If you're looking at the ratio of these two remaining sides, the ratio would be 2X to 3X, or 2X over 3X, and that's simply 2 to 3. So now we have a pretty simple equation to solve. We're going to find the perimeter. We know the perimeter has to add up to 66. We have one side is 2x, one side is 3x, one side is 16, and that has to equal 66. You can subtract 16 from both sides. Combine like terms. 5x is equal to 50, so x is 10. Now, x is 10. 10 is not our answer. We know that in this case, we got to plug 10 back in for x. So this side would be 20. This side would be 30. This side would be 16. You could double check to make sure that they add up to 66, and they do. And the question asks for the longest side. So based on this, the longest side is right there, and it's 30 inches.